Hi there. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you an important question. Are you wondering why your hard work isn't reflecting in your bank account? If so, I've got something that could change the game for you. With my Digital Product Accelerator one-on-one coaching program, I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs like you bank consistent revenue without sacrificing your time or sanity. Imagine shifting from 90% client-facing work to enjoying consistent revenue from your digital products, all while reclaiming your time. You already know that you don't need another course, and a one-size-fits-all approach isn't going to cut it. What you need is a strategic, long-term plan tailored just for you. So if you're ready to build the profitable, freedom-giving business you've dreamed of, apply to work with me by going to destinycop.com/apply. I cannot wait to learn more about you and your business. Welcome to the Course Creators MBA podcast. I'm your host, Destiny Cop, and in this podcast, we're covering actionable tips to grow your online course business. And today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that's pricing your online course. And this topic is a bit controversial because of who you ask. You're going to get a wide range of answers. Also, pricing your online course is hard. You don't want to overprice because you believe that this will keep potential students from enrolling. On the other hand, you want to be sure to charge what your online course is worth. And before you start on the process of pricing your online course, I want to ask you a question. Are you willing to confidently charge what you're worth? If you said, I don't know, here are some things I want you to consider. And the first is people will really pay for higher end offers when they are positioned, packaged, and marketed the right way. Also, higher prices attract premium clients, the ones that you absolutely want to work with. And there is a strong correlation between the price of your online course and its perceived value. I want you to be fully confident in what you're charging, whether that price point is $97, $297, or over $1,000. You have to be confident to ask for what you're worth and what your online course is worth, and not to be afraid to ask for the step. So let's jump right into step one so you can find the sweet spot for your online course pricing. And I have 8 steps that I'm going to go through with you today. And step one is we're going to talk about the revenue goals for your online course and the number of course sales needed to achieve your goals. And I want you to have this number at the top of your mind as we go through this exercise. So let's assume that you need to make $10,000 per month with your online course to sustain your business and support your family. But keep in mind that the number you project here is before taxes and expenses, and this is not your take-home pay, so keep that in mind. Using this number, $10,000 per month, you need around 34 course sales at $300, 20 course sales at $500, and only 10 at $1,000. And these numbers also drive the number of prospects you need in your sales funnel, which we're going to talk about in a later step. So keep that in mind and write down think about 2 different price points that you are considering. So the math or the formula for this is you're going to put down your revenue goal, and then you're going to divide it by your price point. So let's just assume that your revenue goal is $10,000. The price point that you're considering, or one of them, is $1,000. That means that you need 10 course sales. In step 2, I want you to think about and determine the value of your online course. So Determine the result that your student will achieve by going through your program and how much those results mean to them. So let's assume that you're working on an online program where you help women break through the glass ceiling and move up the corporate ladder. The results that you typically get for your clients is a promotion within 6 months of working with you. Your clients will absolutely pay their hard-earned money for results like this. If you have a course where it's harder to quantify the end result, here's what I want you to think about. If your customer tried to do this all on her own, how much time, energy, and money would she need to invest? So I want you to think about the value of your online course to your student. And step 3 is define your online course differentiators. So here I want you to think about what differentiates your online course from the competition and makes it impossible for people to steal your content, but it also increases the value. The first thing is more of you. So if you have bundled in group coaching, if you have bundled in office hours, or maybe they get access to you via your private members only Facebook group, all of those are online. All of those are your course differentiators. In addition to this, you may have extra bonuses that increase the value and also differentiate it. So examples here include any workbooks that you have, templates, and really anything that helps your students get the results faster. So think about all of your online course differentiators and put a value on them. Moving on to step 4. In step 4, I want you to review your competition. I want you to have a pulse on what your competitors are charging and how they have packaged their online program. What are they doing? And think about, I don't want you to copy what they're doing. In fact, I want you to do almost the opposite. I want you to think about what you can do differently to stand out in the market. So here, think about what your competition is charging and how they have packaged their program. In step 5, I want you to think about how many prospects you need in your online course sales funnel. So now's the time to think about how many people you need going through, your whole funnel to meet your revenue goals. And here's how you calculate that. You take the number of course sales needed, and that's from step 1 above, and you're going to divide that by your funnel conversion rate. Okay, and if you don't have a typical conversion rate, if you haven't been doing this for a while, you can use 3 to 5%. So let's just say that the number of course sales I need to meet my revenue goal of $10,000 a month is around 10. I would take 10 course sales divided by 5%, and that gives me 200. So I would need 200 people going through my funnel to meet my revenue goals per month. The next thing I want you to do, based on everything that we've talked about thus far, I want you to determine your payment in full price. So you've considered all of your course differentiators. You've considered the value of your online program to your student. You've talked about and did the calculations on how many students or prospects you need going through your funnel. And how many prospects you have going through your funnel also drives your marketing costs, right? Because you most likely will be using paid advertising to attract people into your funnel. So based on all the work you've done so far, I want you to determine your payment in full price. And just write that down. And then moving on to step 7, we're going to determine your payment plan price. So in this step, it's important to ensure that your payment plan price is higher right, in total price than your pay in full price. So in other words, you want your pay in full students, right, to get a discount because they are paying you in full. And just to talk through an example on this, let's assume that your pay in full price point is $999. Your payment plan price could be $99 per month for 12 months. So that gives your pay in full students a discount of around $160 something. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but that gives them a discount. And you really want to drive students, if you can, to the pay in full price. Moving on to step 8. So we've done all the work. We know what our payment in full price is. We know what our payment price is, and that's what we're going to test. And the thing is it may take a few launches for you to get your pricing just right. You also need to test the demand curve for your course. For instance, you probably won't see much of a difference in sales if you price it at $397 versus $897. Maybe you will, but you might not. So what I want you to do is you can test out a few price points until you get the one that delivers the highest amount of profit. And notice I said profit for you, not sales. And just remember, what I want to leave you with is that you can always change your price. And if you want a pricing guide to help you with this process, I have a free gift for you. You can get it on my website at destinycop.com/podcast/5. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and bye for now.